welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another stream. We're going to be continuing the Shadowrun Dragonfall. Unfortunately, my microphone is currently, my headset is a bit messed up, so I may not be getting all of the sound that is necessary. So if I occasionally react weirdly, it's because the sound music has either just come on or gone off. Got this one. It's rather irritating. See, now it's working fine. Now it's not working fine. Anyway, let us continue the adventures of Misfortune. Now, when we last left off, we had just finished murdering some racists, like they deserve, and we were. So yes, we just murdered a bunch of racists. And now we are in a train tunnel, inexplicably, because the power has gone off. And we don't know what's happened. And this is not in any way massively concerning. The station's main power is off. The train's not going anywhere until it's back on. Right, does that mean I need to turn the power back on? Does that mean I need to get out of the station? Tunnels collapse. Why was the refuse lying there? Some squatters in the station. Maybe that's what it was. Advanced medkits. Send to the station. Where we got one. But yeah, we also nicked a lot of grenades of the racists. Try swapping the old fuse that is in this track. Place extra fuse into this track. Right, it's still red. Right, has that fixed the track? Maybe. Ah, right, so that fixed the bridge controls, which wouldn't have worked if I hadn't... Why is that bridge there? What purpose does it serve? Don't ask awkward questions. Oh, fuck, this looks bad. So dark in this maintenance area you can barely see your hand in front of your face. Glorious! The door is stuck shut. Muscle to force the door. Igar shoulder checks the door and the crack of splintering plastic fills your ears. The door pops open. Whatever that is. It's a grenade. Why was there a grenade in a locked room? Hey, J4, how you doing? Can I turn my voice up a bit? Super quiet. Right. This seems to be an ongoing problem. Is that any better? Or is that too loud? Send this to the stash. That also will turn the master volume down a bit. Right, okay, too loud. How's that? That better? Excellent. It's somewhat difficult to be any judge of what noise I'm making when it's just me. How you doing, man? It's been forever. Ah, shit. This... Yeah, I got it. I mean, we all saw this coming, right? Right, drone, up you get. Start murdering people. Glory! Also start murdering people. I do love Glory. Glory is wonderful. Let's practice the old concentration tactic. Except for you, Iger. Aren't you there? Yeah! How do you feel now, you Egypts? Bet you feel like this was a real good idea. Let's go for this guy next. Let's ambush the heavily armed. Yes. No, I haven't. I've only just done the first two. Okay, question. Can you miss her loyalty mission? Because I've only done a little bit. We've just gone and spoken with the information. Okay, I constantly talk to her. I talk to her after every mission. I've done the let's. Actually, probably the best thing to do is give her an extra attack. I've just done the first two proper missions where you have to make money to pay the information broker. Yeah, I might as well punch him. Oops. Well, that went well. Encrypted PDA. Might as well reload. I wonder what's on the PDA. Probably nothing important. People tend to just, you know, randomly encrypt things, right? Actually, they do, so that's not necessarily an accurate statement. Oh, hey guys. Right, Iger, you've still got 2 moves, right? Yes, you do. Excellent. Ah, good times. Oh, mage. Fuck, that's a mage. Right, kill the mage. Kill the mage with extreme prejudice. Right, where can I put him where he's not immediately just going to get flattened? There we go. That'll work for now. Yes! So one is going and murdering a runner who didn't do his job, and the other one is killing racists. Oh, right. Sorry, you were saying that 2 missions. Yeah, so we just did the murdering the raiding the Humanus clubhouse. I think you would have enjoyed that. It was a lot of shooting racists. Don't like grenades. At least that was a wow, these guys are bad shots. I suppose that's what I get for playing it on easy, though. Though actually, no, I've been getting hit pretty solidly up until now. Dragon Slayer's favour. Concentrate mana from the surrounding area to provide an area effect similar to a small ley line. Right, that's for 2 rounds. Also, yes, we did end up saving Dietrich's dumbass nephew, which I quite enjoyed. Watching him flip around and turn his gun on the racist shitheads. It was highly enjoyable. Right. Well, that was certainly a thing. Any more of you dickholes waiting around? No, it doesn't look like it. So, I wonder who we've pissed off. Nobody competent. The rest of the trip home is uneventful, but one thing is clear. Someone is hunting you. This ambush was no chance gang warfare. An organised attempt on your life. If Green Winters was right, then whoever has killed him is now after you. PDA that you retrieved from your attackers may hold some answers. It's time to return to your safe house and consult Paul Amsel. Right. Ah, hey Sam. Hallo again, meine Freundin. What can I do for you? If one kind of the Humanus is up to, you'll find the details on this datapad. Beckenbauer eyes the plans of the datapad, then nods grimly. This fits Humanus' established pattern of behavior, horrific and vile. According to this datapad, Humanus compounds all over Berlin have received similar shipments. They are planning to deploy the gas tomorrow morning. He exhales sharply, then nods again. I have feelings that the Flux State will have a thing or two to say about that. Stahl has overstepped his bounds. His hubris will be his undoing. Actually, I was his undoing. Yeah, I shot Volker Stahl in the back. That is excellent news. I'm not ashamed to say that I wish the man dead. He deserved whatever you did to him. I shot him in the back of the head with a drone. And now I'm going to see to it that the rest of his organization suffers the same way that he did. You mark my words. Within the next few hours, the Humanus Poly Club is going to take a hammering that will make the Night of Rage look like a peace rally. Jesus, right? Okay, that's a statement. I owe you a great deed, Miss Fortune. We all do. I will wire a payment to the account numbers that Amsel provided. Right. Oh, we can level somebody up. We can level everybody up. Flashbang grenade. It requires a cavalier grenade on each mission instead of a flechette frag grenade, which does +4 damage. I think I'm going to put her down to damage. So yeah, let's go for the frag. Dietrich, Earth Attunement. Gain item bound Earth Elemental. Game out. Fire Fetish. I think Dietrich seems more of a fire person than an earth person. Oh yes, we recruited the Dodgy Ginger. I have given him the worst Irish accent I can manage. Medical specialist, trauma specialist. I've not needed trauma kits yet, but I have needed medical kits a lot. SMG upgrade or augmented vision. Accuracy needs to place up to 3%. This trusted machine gun now pierces 1 point of armor. Thanks. Confirm all. Right. I think I have some data to sell. At the phone booth. Let's find out. Deliver the Humanist donor list. Freedom, equality, information, shock file. Certified credit stick spat out. Yes, a 500 new yen. Oh well. You know, it's not nothing. Oh yes, I need to go and get some programs for my... I bought a cyber deck last time because I figured, yes, I've recruited the dodgy decker, but it's always nice to be able to have both a decker and a rigger on your team. So I, you know, have given myself some decking ability. Maintenance worker. Hey buddy, sorry to bother you. Could I use some... Okay, I'll hear you. You want to make some extra research? Could take long. Sure, what's the problem? Well, me and my buddy Victor got called in from the next Kia's over. Something wrong with the sewers around here. Your local plumbers and mechanics are all useless. Vic and I talked to him, tried to get him to give us the maintenance schedule for your sewer pumps. And they just scratched their head and said, said the machinery down there just took care of itself. Oh, Jesus. My best guess is your pumps have shut down. Happens from time to time without proper maintenance. When pump shuts down, the waste starts piling up and it's causing some pretty major overflow problems downstream. Right, what do you want me to do about it? Well, Victor went down the sewers while I was getting stuff out of the truck. And I came back, and while I was about to climb down there, all I heard was these awful screams. They went on, and then they just stopped. Fuck. I froze up, nearly shit myself, to be honest. Don't know what to do, but I can't go down there, not after that. Problem is, the problem's probably something basic, a clog that needs to be cleared, something like that. Restarting the pumps should take care of it. But no goddamn way am I going down there. Yeah, they're pretty nice. If you'll do the job for me, I can give you the new yen we were paid for it. I don't need it. You can have it all. I can live with that money, but someone's got to fix the pump before I can leave. Fine, I'll do it. It's a shit job. I should talk to... Oh, right. Tip the dancer... Hell with it! Why not? What harm can it possibly do? Look out there. So your misfortune, eh? The late Monica Schaefer's replacement. He looks you up and down and nods. Good. You look the part. Let me get right to business. My organization would like to retain your services for the indefinite future. But first, we're asking you to go on a trial run, an audition of sorts, to prove that you're the right woman for the job. Assuming that you complete this trial to our satisfaction, I will then offer you a variety of simple tasks. All of these should be available in the course of your everyday business. You won't need to go out of your way or expose yourself to much unnecessary risk. For each task that you complete, you will be rewarded handsomely, and there will be a bonus if you finish them all. So, have I piqued your interest? Who do you work for, and how did you know where to find me? My organization knows everything worth knowing in Germany, including this small pond that is Berlin. It is in our best interests, however, to remain unknown to the world at large. For the time being, that is all you need to know. What does this audition pay? I can offer you 1,500 new yen, yes, but only if you complete the full audition, the run and post-run interview, to our satisfaction. If you fail to perform up to our expectation, you'll receive no pay and no further offers of work. Very good. Assuming your performance in the audition passes muster, I can foresee a long and fruitful business relationship between us. Sure, I'm in. Good, he smiles. Very good. Now on to the next task at hand. There's a man named Alshire. He's a senior manager at Hermes Eurocom and a respected figure in his community. The organization also suspects him of working with pro-corporate extremists. These people are actively working to undermine the flux state to pave the way for a corporate-controlled Berlin. My organization has no more desire to see Berlin fall into the corporations than you do. However, we are hesitant to act on suspicions without proof. This is where you come in. Keep talking. You will meet up with a team that I've arranged for you, and with their assistance you will plant surveillance devices in his apartment. Take the U-Bahn to Frankfurt Tor and go alone. The rest of your team will meet you there. Sounds simple enough. For a woman of your talents, it should be. The moment that you board the train to Frankfurt Tor, your task will begin. I would advise you to bring what you need in terms of medical supplies and ordnance. Once you embark on your trial run, there will be no turning back. After you have planted the devices and verified their work, come back to me. There will be a brief interview, a post-mortem on the run, if you like, and assuming that I am satisfied with what I hear, I will pay you your first stipend. Then we will discuss our future options. Best of luck, Miss Fortune. We will be watching. I don't trust him, but he's willing to pay me money, so... Oh right, yes, I need to buy some programs off her. Tech. So, an area matrix that deals damage to IC and Deckers. The grade, hostile target will take 50 damage from incoming attacks. Killjoy does -1 AP. Medic. Right, I want medic. Medic level 2. It's 7 damage to IC and Deckers. Let's get that. The roads integrity points of IC does -1 AP with the ongoing. Walls of firewall. It's 5 series of firewall that causes -1 AP. -1 AP to a single target. Shield sniffer increases your chance of hit an enemy against. Right. I've got some healing. I've got some damage. That'll do. I'm not an actual Decker after all. So what have I got? I've got HE, Flashbang, Foss. There we go. That'll do for now. Right, first things first, let's go to the safe house. Blitz! Let's look up at your approach. The table beside him is littered with cigarette butts and the data jack cable dangles from portable terminal outside. Irish. Hey, Chief, you need something? Just checking in, you doing alright? Great, Chief. I'm doing just... Is this even Irish? No, that's not even... That wasn't even Irish. This is Irish. Great, Chief. I'm doing just great. It's real nice to be able to wind down. Yes, I'm sorry, I've done that. Of course you are. What's not to be happy about? Any thoughts on the last run? Never been a big fan of polyclubs in general, let alone a bunch of swine like Humanis. How an idiot like Stahl could attack so many followers is beyond me. On the plus side, he's dead now, so that's good. I don't know, boss. If you're hoping for something more profound, I'd talk to one of the others. Cockney Irish. Dante! Dante, 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 Dante. Oh. Best Doge. You really came through for me, boss. You ever need anything from me, anything at all, then you call me. I come running. How's Alexander holding up? He's a good kid, is that nephew of mine. Give him some time and he'll shake Stahl's programming. It might take a while, but he'll just arrive here in Coy's Bazaar. In the meantime, I found a good home for him. Samuel's agreed to take him in. Is that why? Samuel's employees have no love for humanity. Most of them don't even like humans. The best thing for the kid would be to learn through immersion. If he stays with Samuel's group, he'll have no choice but to interact with metahumans. Soon enough, he'll learn they're no different than anybody else. First few days will be rough, no question, but he'll make it through and come out the other side a better man for it. He seems a tough kid. Dietrich claps in the shoulder. You're a good woman, boss. On to other things. Remember what I was telling you back before we climbed into the van? You were saying that Dragonslayer was happy, and you'd be given a reward. Yes, you did. That's right, thanks to our, let's not mince words, heroic actions back in that swine pit, the Dragonslayer has seen fit to grant me his favor. His grin widens. And now I know what that means, and what I can do with it. Well, don't keep me, I'm listening. Well, he has seen fit to grant me a new ability. He gestures at the ground near his feet, namely this. As you watch, the spot that Dietrich is pointing at begins to glow. Lines of force spread out in a scintillating web, and a feel of raw power suffuses your body. I've just torn open a channel between myself and the Dragonslayer. That power that you feel is his power, pouring through the ether into that spot. If you're familiar with ley lines, it's the same basic concept. I consecrate a patch of ground, and as long as I stand on that spot, all of my magic gets stronger. Yes. Dietrich, not bad, huh? Not bad, Dietrich. Not bad at all. Pretty good, ain't it? Never heard of another shaman who could do something like this. We must have really made an impression. Anyway, boss, I want to keep fiddling with this, learning how to properly control it. And I'm sure that you've got other things to do as well. Take care of whatever else needs doing, and by our next run, we'll be ready to use this. You too, boss. Awesome! Dietrich is now more powerful. Iger, how you doing? Iger offers you a shallow nod. Misfortune? Any thoughts on that last run? After all of the moral ambiguities that we've been wading through, hitting Humanus was incredibly satisfying. What they had planned, it makes my blood boil just thinking about it. The thought of Stahl lying dead on the ground brings a smile to my face. I hope that he enjoys rotting in hell. You trust me, Iger? She pauses for a moment, considering. Finally, she nods. Yeah, I do. You've earned that much. I haven't always agreed with your decisions, Misfortune, but you've proven your competence. It's only fair of me to acknowledge it. Good to know. Thank you. I'll leave the talk about her team for another day. Well, let's go talk to Glory. Misfortune, what do you need? How you holding up? Don't worry about me, I'm solid. I don't think she's going to talk to me yet. Right, 3 unread messages. Vid RE salvage DVD. The screen skips life and Mallet's face appears from the shifting background and ambient noise. It is clear this message was recorded on a portable device. Hoi, Misfortune! Just wanted to tell you that I've met with the limited success in working with a stack of DVDs. It's a thorny problem, but at least I'm making some headway. If you look in the table beside your DVD player, you'll find another recovered disc. I wasn't able to salvage all the files on it, but I think that you might find what I did recover to be of interest. For my part, I'm going to continue working through the other DVDs. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't hold out much hope though. They're all badly damaged and suffering from disc rot besides. I'll be in touch. My best to you and your team. The message ends. Image fades and you find yourself looking back at the inbox. Hijacked shipments. Ganari Medbacter. If you value new hardware coming into the Kreis Bazaar, we need to talk. One of my weapons shipments was hijacked by a local gang. I can promise 500 new yen, and if you can recover the equipment, I'll have some new gear on the shelf. Come see me for the details. Absolutely. Silke to Misfortune. Hi, Misfortune. This is Silke from the hotel. I hope it's okay that I'm writing you. Samuel gave me your email address. Anyway, I just wanted to thank. Oh, this is Silke. Oh God, I can't remember what accent I gave her. She kicked her cram habit! Fuck yes. Kicking my cram habit was the hardest thing I've ever done. I don't think I would have tried it if you hadn't talked me into it. To celebrate my newfound sobriety, I decided to sign on as a volunteer to the charity. Who knows? Maybe giving out to the community will help me help turn around things in my life. Anyway, thanks again, Misfortune. I owe you one. Yes! Like, I wasn't... Jobs directory. Claim payment for the pharma cleanup job. Excellent job, Misfortune. You're a credit to your profession. I would not hesitate to hire you again. Your fee will be transferred to your account immediately. Fox. Payment salary, deductions for crew. Remainder spent. Sent to Misfortune's account. Back deduction for Alice's funds. Humanist data steal. Wait for the client response. $3,750, not bad. Pending. Misfortune, you will find the complete transcript of my contract with Herr Schmidt, a potential client. As you will see, the details of the job are a bit more vague than I would like, but the payout is quite substantial. Right, Herr Schmidt, device, he calls it the little black box. Apparently you can be used to compromise the power and security systems of the run site. If you opt to take the job, be sure to take it with you. Herr Amsel, I trust the connection is secure. Naturally. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Call me Herr Schmidt. Very well, Herr Schmidt. You have some business for me? Indeed, I have a job for your team. A simple matter. Judging by what I have heard from your team, I imagine they will be well suited to this task. Go on. The interested representative learned that AM Chemie Europa is working on a company-wide project, something very secret, very new. Reliable sources inform me that they're keeping a working prototype of this new venture at their Berlin facility. I see. And your employers wish us to acquire this prototype for them? Naturally. What is this project? If you want my team to grab the prototype for you, I need to know what they're looking for. I'm not at liberty to say. I can tell you that the prototype has been branded Mark 6. I can also tell you that the team will find it on the 25th floor of the Berlin facility, in the office of one Albrecht Haushofer. Further, I can assist your team in disabling the building security and gaining access to the 24th floor. From there, however, they'll be on their own. Such vagueness can be dangerous, Herr Schmidt. I will not commit my team to a run without better understanding of what the job entails. Facing such dangers is the purpose of a Shadowrunner, Herr Amsel. Your team will be rewarded handsomely for their services. My employers have set aside 20,000 new yen for the job. Consider it a hazard pay if you will. Make it 25,000 or look somewhere else. 22,500, final offer. Very well, I will pass your offer to my team. Are there any further details that you can provide? Househofer's offer will be locked behind a vault door. The lock is old-fashioned, of the mechanical variety. I'll provide your team with a copy of the key. I will also provide you with a little black box, a solid-state device that your team can use to override a variety of building systems. Your team will enter through the facility's underground garage. When your team has acquired their Mark 6, have them exit through the same garage. I will have a van there waiting to extract them. Thank you, Herr Schmidt. I will pass your offer on to my team. Good day, Herr Amsel. Accept the job. Pocket before returning your attention to the screen. Back to route. How much have we got in the Alice Fund? 28,750. Nah, we're not putting any money. Right. The media tray of the DVD slides out of his battered plastic case. Third DVD. play track 1. So this is 2042-0805. Green Winters. Okay, what accent did I give him? Give me a second. He has an English accent. An English accent that's kind of like tired. What is it? English accent that's kind of tired. No, damn it! Come on. Me. What accents did I give him? That's Irish. English. Liverpudlian. I was thinking about Adrian today. Damn it, he's gone Irish now. Yeah, hell with it, everybody's Irish. English. What does an English person sound like? English, there we go. There's English. Now we just need poor person English. What did his brother sound like? His brother sounded kind of like this. So he sounds kind of like this. I was thinking about Adrian today. Not as he was when he disappeared, not as the fabled Dragon Slayer, the big-time CEO of Dial Defense. I was thinking about when we were kids. Okay, he's Scottish now, apparently. Well, I was always more of a kid than he was, of course. He was 15 years older than me. In a way, he was more like a parent than a brother. Winters pauses. His gaze drops to an invisible point in the face in front of him. So I was thinking about this time when we were on holiday. Our parents took us out to the island of Poel, to enjoy the beach. I must have been about 5 years old. Adrian was 20. It'd be the last family vacation with us. A year later, he'd begin his meteoric rise to fame and fortune. But on this trip, he was my brother. And when I fell out of the little paddle boat that our parents rented, I started sinking fast into the Baltic. He was the one who dove in to rescue me. He saved my life that day, Adrian. I'll love you forever for that. And I will find you. I owe you that much. Well, I can never... me and accents have bad history. Give me a second. I'm just going to check on something. Right, we're back. Sorry, my dinner is on the stove at the moment. I need to double check that it wasn't going to spill over. Track 2. 2049-0606. I found an old news article that mentions Adrian. From back in 2036. It's printed in a financial magazine called Das Finanzwesen. One of those chic print-based mags that they produced for the retro crowd. Aren't many clues in here, but it's good to see someone else acknowledge his existence. He clicks on an off-screen button, the image of a Winters disappears, it's replaced by a digital scan of a magazine page. S-Stock suffers in post-bio brain drain, November 12th, 2039. In the aftermath of the Dragon Lufier's wholesale takeover of Sedekrupp Schwerer Industrieschaft SKI, and in continuing brain drain of high-level executives is causing ongoing worry amongst company shareholders. The company's stock took a major hit when Lafier disposed former CEO Wilhelmina Graf Benoit last August. 3 months later, long-held power positions within the SKI empire continue to empty as the Dragon consolidates his power base. The most recent casualties of Lafayer's takeover include Alexander Kowalski, former COO of Sailor Munitions, Matthias Donner, former treasurer of Rural Datafax, and Werner Harding, former CEO of Dial Defense. Harding stepped into the role to replace Dr. Adrian Vauclair, who disappeared under mysterious circumstances 2 years ago. Winter's face winks back into the screen. So there you have it. That's what they had to say about Adrian a mere 2 years after his disappearance. My brother, the footnote. Winter disappears and you find yourself back at the menu screen. Track 3. While this track does load, it's clearly corrupted. The screen feels like a meaningless stream of text. Yep, that's a meaningless stream of text. It's another meaningless stream of text. Track 5. A rattling sound fills the air. The screen fills with text. From the desk of Werner Harding, Dr. Vauclair. It is my sad duty to inform you that, by unanimous vote of the Aufsichtsrat, your position of CEO of Dial Defense will be terminated at the end of this calendar month. Your continued misallocation of company funds to pursue personal agendas cannot and will not be tolerated any longer. The supervisory board is not unsympathetic to your mental state. The trauma that you endured during your pursuit of the dragon Faolan must have been enormous. But your continued obsession with the dragon, the dead dragon I might add, has proven a negative influence on this company, and an unjustified drain on company resources. The board wishes you all the best in your future endeavors. We have prepared a generous severance package to assist you in this time of transition. If there is anything more that we can do to help you, please don't hesitate to ask. Werner Harding. Right. Paul Amsel. Paul calls over his shoulder at the sound of your approach. His eyes are glued to the computer's display. Misfortune, for Muller should be on her way, but before you go to the meeting site, I have news. He glances at you and his words trail off. Upon seeing the expression on your face, Amsel's voice becomes grave. I can wait. Tell me what has happened. I had some trouble in the U-Bahn. Somebody set up an ambush. Amstel pauses, then gives a curt nod. Truth be told, I've been expecting something like this might happen. I'm just glad you made it out alive. Hand over the crypt with PDA. One of the attackers adopted this. Here and examines it. Yes. I should be able to extract some information from this. Give me a moment. He plugs the PDA into his computer and goes to work. A few days later, he lets out a grunt of dismay. Well, misfortune, I was able to recover a file, but unfortunately, that's all I will be able to pull off this thing. All that anyone will, truth be told. It must have been running some kind of counter-intrusion software. The instant that I gained access, it bricked itself. Amsel disconnects the useless PDA and drops it to the ground. It clatters to rest on the metal floor. How did you manage to pull off it? A comm file. The audio is all here, but it looks like we've only got video from one side of the conversation. Let's see what we have. He opens the file, and a nightmarishly familiar face appears on the screen. Aldrin. Bachmeier? The voice bleats out from Amsel's speakers, filling the room. Aldrin here. What's your status? Bachmeier's image is garbled, but his voice sounds young and eager. Target acquired, sir. You were right. We spotted her on the U-Bahn, just like you said, probably on her way to a job. As per your instructions, we're going to try and take her out on the way back. She'll be more vulnerable that way. Hopefully injured and low on ammo too, but only time will tell. Good man. Proceed as instructed. We'll do. Crossman is rigging up an ambush spot now. We'll try and make it quick. The orc with the nightmare face nods. Send me a comm, the job is done. Aldran out. The image on the computer screen dies. Amsel turns to face you. Well, our scarred friends makes an appearance. Misfortune, I suspect the Green Winter's predictions are coming true. I believe that Furschwinger is behind this. Under Amsel's patient exterior, you can feel the worry that's eating at him. Be on your guard, you and the rest of your team. You've made it through this attack relatively unscathed, but next time, you might not be so lucky. As we now have a name to put to the face. That's not all we have. As I was saying when you first walked in, I have been productive as well. I was able to uncover some new evidence in your absence, and coincidentally enough, that absence pertains to our scarred friend. You might recall that I'd said I'd dig into Aldrin's skin grafts. Well, I did, and that research has finally borne fruit. One of my contacts outside of Berlin handles the paperwork for private hospitals all across Germany. It's dull, boring work, but it does have its perks. Amstel pulls a little file, opens a file on his computer, a medical chart opens on the screen. As it turns out, our scarred friend's skin grafts were performed at a legitimate hospital after all. Some good news for once. What did they say? Well, there was a light on identifying information. Our friend's name is listed as Max Mustermann, the local equivalent of John Doe, but they do cover his injuries in great detail. Audran's injuries were extensive. He had 2 broken ribs and a shattered pelvis, and he had sustained third-degree burns over 60% of his body. Most damningly of all, he was suffering from acute radiation poisoning. His body had absorbed over 50,000 millisieverts of ionizing radiation, a lethal dose without treatment. The information dries up at this point. We know that he was treated and discharged, but what happens afterwards remains a mystery. He pauses for a moment, studying your reaction. Your thoughts? Hold nothing back. I'd like to hear everything that comes to mind. Adrian might have spent some time in the SOX. Yeah, that sounds like the most likely. Agreed. 50,000 millisieverts is a lot of exposure. Short of basking in a glow or an unshielded reactor, I don't know how he could have absorbed that much ionizing radiation without spending time in the SOX. Alright, so Adrian was heavily irradiated, most likely from time spent in the SOX. What else does this tell you? This burns something like Dragonfire. I don't think that Adrian is working for the Fire Wing. I believe that he is serving her. On Green Winter's second DVD, he mentions that there is a cult within the SOX that worships the Fire Wing, the Disciples of the Cleaning Fire. I believe that Adrian belongs to this cult. Yeah, that's bad news. My thoughts exactly. A hireling can sometimes be bribed or reasoned with, a pawn that can be liberated. But if the Fire Wing soldiers look on her as a goddess figure, nothing short of killing her will deter them, and even that might not stop them. So, it is possible that Adrian is a dragon cultist. This seems to fit with much of the other information that we've uncovered. Did any other red flags jump out at you? The hospital couldn't ID Audran. Indeed, if Audran was a denizen of the SOX, a glowpunk, his lack of identifying information would make sense. It's a working theory, at any rate. So, to sum up, Audran has probably spent time in the SOX. It's possible that he even lived there as a member of Furishvinger's dragon cult, and he is after you. I'm still pauses for a moment before continuing. In my mind, all of this reinforces one fact. We need to find Vauclair, and we need to do it fast. Wait, how does that follow? The Fire Wing's men just made an attempt on your life, Misfortune. It's clear from the message we just saw that Adrian sent him out looking for you. Given it enough time, he'll do it again. And next time they might be more successful. We must act before that happens. But before we venture back into the heart-filled manor, we need to find Vauclair. All the more reason to gather Alex's fifth quickly then. Agreed. There's a buzzing sound from Paul's wrist. He lifts the heart to look at his PDA. And as luck would have it, Frau Muller has arrived. Best of luck at the meeting, Misfortune. Remember, this is urgent. We need that money. Right, so she's gonna be an asshole. Great. Right, Muller is a very German name. So I think we give her... and let's have a look at what she looks like. Frau Muller. As you press your way through the cozy, smoke-filled confines of the Café Seves, you catch the sight of Frau Muller. Yes, she speaks like this. She appears as Amsel described her, an impressive-looking woman of Aztlan. Wait, she's Aztlaner. That means she should have a South American accent, which I don't know if I can do, honestly. Yeah, I'm not going to try. With coffee-coloured skin and dark, wavy hair, everything about her screams corporate executive, from her expensive-looking suit to her tastefully understated makeup. She's obviously nervous, but she's hiding it well. She locks eyes with you and hesitates only slightly before speaking. Misfortune, I presume. Herr Amstel told me that I could meet you here. He wasn't lying. He said you have a job for me. She holds her silence for a moment and then nods. Yes. Yes, I do. In truth, I'm in desperate need of your help. Then tell me what you need, Faolan. She offers you a small smile, an assumed name, obviously, but I've been told that this is how you people do business. She straightens up in her seat and tries on a smile. It hangs there for a second, then fades away. She sighs. From my accent, you no doubt inferred that I'm an Aztlaner. Further, you may have guessed who I worked for. Afraid that I haven't. Yes, that's Aztechnology, obviously. Aztechnology, the only Aztlan-based corporation operating in Germany. I've been with the company for over a decade. Over the course of my employment, I've worked on a great many projects. From the innocuous to the obscene, my hands have touched it all. Yeah, same here, mate. Never once did I question the wisdom of our research. Never once did I consider blowing the whistle on my employers. I kept my nose down, worked hard, and excelled at tasks set before me. Last month, I was transferred here from my home in Technotishlan. How do you pronounce that again? Technotishlan. They told me that an employee of my caliber was needed in Berlin, and that I would be working on a project with wide-reaching applications. And the other detail I was given was the name of the project, Bloodline. That doesn't sound good. She looks you in the eye, and for the first time you can see the cracks in her composure. She's doing a good job of hiding it, but deep down this woman is terrified. I've seen many terrible things in my life, Misfortune. In Technotishlan, blood magic is commonplace. Take a moment to imagine what that means. I can imagine a lot of things. Ten-och-titlan. Thank you. In the underground markets, people are bought and sold as chattel. Street children are rounded up and bled like lambs. I've witnessed all of these things by the age of 12. Jesus, you're fucked up. She takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly. Seeing such things, it changes you, makes you numb. What I found when I arrived here was worse. This project, it horrifies me, Misfortune, and it must be stopped. This is worse than rounding up children to bleed them for blood magic rituals. Right, okay. She shakes her head. The less you know, the better for both of us. You just have to trust me on that. You need only know that it is evil, and that it is not a word I use lightly. If you don't exactly know what this bloodline is, how do you expect me to stop it? Yeah. I have to understand formula. I can't accept a job without knowing what it entails. Of course not. Your job will be relatively simple. I want you to bring the building down. The computers, the research data, the mages and scientists that are working to bring about this abomination. I want all of them burned to ash and buried in rubble. No compromises and no exceptions. Her tone softens. I'm sure that you have unanswered questions. I'm not in the habit of dealing with Shadowrunners. In truth, I've spent the majority of my life living in fear of you people. But I do know that you're the only ones who can help get this done. So tell me, Misfortune, is there anything more you'll need to hear from me? Are you ready to make the decision? You don't need to be. You just need to be a competent decker, which I'm told you are. The facility is powered by a number of on-site generators. There are safeguards in place to prevent them from overloading. In the event of a power spike, the system is designed to shut itself down. But I know how you can disable those safeguards. Once the generators begin to overload, you'll have limited time to reach a safe distance. The explosion will be quite catastrophic. You can tell me about building security. Expect it to be tight. In addition to their standard security team, Aztechnology has taken out a knight-errant, high-threat response team contract to protect the building. Corporate doesn't seem to mind contracting a competitor for emergency response services. And that should give you some indication as to the uniqueness of this project. Let's talk compensation. 36,000 new yen, as I told your Herr Amsel. That is what I have allocated for the job. That's fair. I have reached a decision. Yes, and I'll take the job. Face visibly brightens. In that case, it's a deal. I can't tell you how relieved I am, Misfortune. Thank you for helping me to bring this nightmare to an end. I will iron out the remaining details with your Herr Amsel. He'll want to talk this over with you anyway, I'm sure. You're a good woman, Misfortune. You are saving more lives than you know. I don't know. You just offered me blowing up a building. Oh, such a good pupper. Yeah. Right, so we have a number of jobs currently outstanding. Let's go fix that sewer first. No, let's go fix the sewer first. Into the sewers, assemble a team, and head in. Right. Blitz, Glory, Eiger. Absolutely. It's not every day somebody just goes, hey, you want to blow up a building? Yes, yes, I do. The ghostly labyrinth of tunnels and dead-end passageways makes up the network of sewers beneath the Clouds Bazaar. You climb down the ladder into the shadow underworld and reel at the wave of foul smells that washes over you, clogging your sinuses and saturating your clothing. As your eyes adjust to the light, you find yourself standing at the edge of a narrow channel of murky grey-green water. The rush of churning water echoes down the tunnel. You catch a flash of motion in your peripheral vision, something man-sized, moving fast, flitting across the end of the tunnel. You strain your eyes to see, but to no avail. The thing, whatever it is, it's gone. I'm assuming... how many drones do I have? I should have bought another drone. I'm assuming ghouls. Karma available to spend. Yes, let's spend some karma. Right, yeah, let's increase my drone combat. Mark target 2 biotech, enemy HP visible, that's actually going to be quite handy. And... maybe I should spend that on a new etiquette instead. Yeah, let's take that away and get a new etiquette. Right, I think corporate is probably the next best. Or Shadowrunner. Let's get Shadowrunner. We are a Shadowrunner after all. Right. What a delightful place. What's the line again? What a wonderful smell you've discovered. Pump 1 status. Pump operations control. Access the pump status. Pump 1 has stopped analysis. Turbine water flow failed. South turbine has been deactivated. Steady water flow is stopped. Pump running test passed. The pump is operational but not receiving full water flow from the south turbine. Pump operations. Error. Pump operations have been rerouted to facility central computer system. Fuck you. Pump 2 status. Operations control status. Stopped analysis. South turbine, so it's the same. The pump has been clogged. Clog going to be resolved until water flow has been restored and the pump is shut down completely, then restarted. But yes, I'm guessing ghouls have something to do with this. This seems like the kind of place for them. Yup! Pile of bones. These metahuman bones have been picked clean. So, it's ghouls. A corpse mangled beyond recognition. That's always a positive, isn't it? When you can't recognize a corpse because it's so badly chewed up. Inspect. This corpse has been eviscerated. Its limbs have been torn clean off, but its rib cage is oddly deformed. The shattered shreds of a blue maintenance uniform hang loosely off its chest. Search the body. You find a well-worn manual inscribed Wartungbusch Ausgabe 2042. The book is filled with depictions of turbine and pump cross-sections, tools, and descriptions of maintenance procedures. A few of the pages have been bookmarked with colourful bits of paper. Flick to the yellow bookmark. Right. Somebody remember that number for me. Two 822869. Flip to the green bookmark. There are some notes written on the margins of this page, but you don't recognize the language. The only word you can make out is computer, written several times. Pocket the book and leave. So let's go fix that turbine first. Yeah, this is definitely ghoul activity. Turbine controls. The turbine is currently powered down. Activate the turbine. Safety lock has been engaged. Please input authorization to proceed with the activation. I can just bypass that. Safety lock disengaged. Activate the turbine. Turbine whirs to life. Right. Oh, that's a goal. Right, that one has higher. Get into cover. Right, Blitz. Do your thing. Triggered by attacks. May hit adjacent characters. That is actually what I want. Glory. I mean, they can't eat you if you're mostly metal, right? Tiger, why are you... Oh, you've got a new shotgun. Go glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Oh shit, I just hit glory there. That wasn't meant to hit you, glory. Right. Well, oh, she's got a new attack as well. Eviscerate. Twist the razor for a bit more internal damage. Oh, that sounds like tasty. Hemorrhaging. That's always a good thing, right? I am probably hitting glory a lot more than I should be. She might not have been the best option for this mission. Eesh. Wait. Did I just get infected with HPV? Reload. Fuck. Right, Iger, kill this guy. Or, you know, don't. Okay, there we go. That definitely said infected, right? Oh, hey Ivor. HMV. Yes, yes, you're right. Hey man, I wasn't expecting you to turn up. HMHVV. Right, yes, that's the one. Human meat, human vampiric meat. Right, there we go. And we're all 100% fine, right? I don't know, I think human meat human vampiric virus is funnier. But you guys both saw that, right? It said infected. And we're fighting ghouls. Like, the only thing that they can really infect me with, I don't know, maybe tetanus? Oh, this all bodes so well. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to... Misfortune, just get the fuck out of there. She is not a combat forward character. Right. What do you have on you? Blitz, Cram, and a couple of medkits. Let's do spray and pray. Glory! Queen of the Murder High Five. Can you... Yes, you can. Excellent. That's bad. That's very bad. Wait, I have an assault rifle. Why am I using it? Right, you focus on that one for the moment. Iger. Deal with this one. Fuck. These guys are giving me a lot harder time than I expected. I was thinking, fuck it, it'll be ghouls. You know. We'll fuck them up, we'll all have a good time. That's not happening. Right. Yeah, we might as well just deal with this gentleman. Wow, I am doing badly. I've got a higher chance of hitting that one, I suppose. Glory, kill that one, please. I think you misunderstood me, Glory. Jesus, still not dead. Thank fuck. You've got a 70% chance of hitting it when it's standing directly in front of you. This is some fucking... Ah, fuck. Oh, jeez. That was unpleasant. In many different ways. Fucking ghouls, man. $150 new yen. Okay, I'm gonna admit, I made the mistake of thinking this was going to be a milk run. That's on me. Yeah, we just found some drugs in the sewer. That seems like a totally normal thing for us to do. Right, I think we can restart pump 1. Blockage detected, clearing obstruction done. It's restarted to complete with success. Success. Pump 2 operating with normal parameters. Oh, hey guys! A shambling mound of ragged flesh stumbles towards you. There is a look of desperation in its eyes. Please don't shoot! The ghoul's breath reeks of rotting meat. We're not like the others! Oh, thank Christ. I know it's never a milk run. Relax, I'm not going to hurt you. Yeah, I know that ghouls can be non-feral. The ghoul's voice comes out in a rasping sob. Thank you, stranger. Considering my condition, I had all but given up hope. Who are you? I speak for the Kreuz Bazaar's ghoul population. The Krieger strain may have ravaged my body. It feebly paws at the grey, pustulant flesh that hangs from its bones. But I have retained my mind. Krieger strain? It nods. Of HMHVV, the virus that has infected us. It has twisted us into this. Yeah, speaking... We are not monsters, ma'am. We are people with an illness, incurable for now, and yet some of us cling to hope. You may think of us as lepers, if you will. Keep talking. We've lived down here under the Kreuz Bazaar for years. All that time, this place has provided refuge from the world above. We traded our labour for sustenance, both for ourselves and our fellow brothers, and we survived. But now, our food supply has become interrupted, and the feral ones have gone mad with hunger. They are a danger to everybody, including us. You worked for food? Who was feeding you? The doctor, a top-shider from your Kreuz Bazaar. He kept us fed. The contract guaranteed it. Ah, under the terms of your deal, we maintained the pumps that kept the Kreuz Bazaar's sewage flowing. In return, the doctor gave us medical waste to eat. With proper rationing, we found we could get by on what he gave us. The Decker monitored both sides to ensure our mutual cooperation, but with her death, the doctor has reneged on the deal. Without the food guaranteed us by the contract, the feral ones have gone mad, and in their madness, they have made it too dangerous for us to maintain the pumps. Was this death figure named Monica? Yes, in truth, we would still work on the pumps, even without the doctor's payments. We love our occupation. It helps us to feel human. But the changes wrought by the Krieger strain require us to eat human flesh. If we don't, we will wither and die. Without regular feedings, we will have no choice but to hunt for our food. Doctor, you mean Dr. Esquibel? Yes, his contributions kept our community alive, helped us thrive. But now that the Deca is gone, he has demanded payment for our feedings. We have no money, but he does not care. He tells us that we must find some, that he will let us starve. Was this Deca named Monica? Yes, that was her name. I think I have a solution to your problem. Its milky eyes widen. Yes, please, whatever you can do. Our situation is desperate. I'm going to have a little talk with Dr. Esquibel. The ghoul nods. Yes, perhaps you can convince him where we could not. You have a comlink provided by the Deca. It is a direct line to Esquibel's office. If you call him, he will answer. Right. Oh, it's really good to find some non-feral ghouls. You pick up the comlink receiver. It's a custom job, cobbled together from a jumble of high-end parts. It reminds you of your mission computer, Monica's handiwork. There's a series of staccato clicks as the connection is made. Dr. Esquibel's voice pours into your ear. It's thick with a blend of irritation and insolence. If you're calling me out to beg again, you might as well hang up now. I've been bled by you people for too long now. There are plenty of chop shops and organ leggers out there who pay good money for... You're not talking to a ghoul, Doc, and I don't beg. Misfortune. Esquibel tries to hide the surprise in his voice. He doesn't do a very good job. What are you doing on this line, my friend? I just had a very interesting conversation with some of your long-term customers. I don't know what those things have told you, Misfortune, but they are not customers. They never paid me a thing for my services, and... Keeping the Christ Bazaar sewers running? Well, yes, but I don't know why it's my responsibility to pay them for... You signed a contract. Contracts don't last forever. And you'll forgive me for saying so, Misfortune, but I can see no good reason to continue honoring this one. My clinic is a business, not a charity, and I'm not giving your new friends any more biomaterial unless they pay me for it. What else do they have? What, like the barter system? I don't think so. I can't imagine what a bunch of sewer-dwelling monsters would have much value to trade. Not people, Doctor, not monsters. That's an interesting suggestion. The line goes quiet for a moment. I might be able to work with that. Tell you what, you tell their leader that I'll continue feeding them. In return, they'll keep the sewers maintained like they used to. And they'll agree to do odd jobs for me when I call. Just we're on the same page, what kind of odd jobs are we talking about? The sort that a pack of bloodthirsty ghouls might be good at. Use your imagination. Deal. Very good. And tell him that I'm looking forward to working with him. Right, okay, you got your food again. You're back. I thought in the dashboard he offered to resume your feedings, but only on 2 conditions. The shambling figure eagerly clasped its hand. Yes, please. Tell me of these conditions. We are willing to be reasonable. wants to continue maintaining the sewers, and he wants you to do jobs for him. I see. Its voice goes quiet. Tell me, what sort of jobs does he have in mind? It wasn't specific, but I think he was talking about jobs of the bloody kind. A downcast look crosses the ghoul's face. It looks away. I am not surprised. He sees us as monsters. He intends to force us into acting like monsters. His own pack of mindless creatures to command. We will be forced to discard what is most precious to us and act like the world already thinks what we are. This is the price of survival for us. It is the deal you have brokered. I'm sorry, but it's any conversation. It wasn't my idea. It's what I was willing to agree to. Well, I suppose I must thank you. The ghoul turns away in misery. Please, leave us, and please, do not come back. Yeah, well, that's fair. Is there a better outcome to that? Could I have threatened to kneecap the doctor? I don't think that would have worked. Ah, well.
Hello. Evening stream.
Ah, bollocks. I kind of want to quit and reload now. Nope, I've made that mistake. The fresh air of the Christ Bazaar is a welcome relief after your missed time in the sewers. A cool breeze drifts across the street, carrying with it the smells of food being prepared, cheap alcohol being poured, and fires being lit against the cold. The stench of your sewers, however, still lingers in your nose, a bad olfactory aftertaste. At least the pumps are working again. Sewage overflowing to the streets would certainly smell far worse. Dreck. Finally, I was worried that you wouldn't come out back either. Just mind what happened. Did everything go okay? It's taken care of. You can leave. What about Victor? Friend isn't coming. I'm sorry. He was deed. Christ, poor Vic. I don't know where I'm going to tell his folks real close-knit family they were. Hey, thanks. He turns the manual over in his hands, rubs his thumb over the careworn paper cover. They'll appreciate it. Here's the money I promised you. Cool. Little bit of money. Now let's talk about this gentleman about guns. Welcome back. We need some weapons? Some ammunition, perhaps? Got your message about the missing shipment. How can I help? He nods. Aye. A gang from a nearby Kias has been hijacking shipments bound for the Kai's Bazaar, taking money out of our pockets. I could use your help stopping this from happening. Your dear departed Monica used to provide encryption and information control for the Kai's Bazaar. Now that she's gone, we merchants have been having no end of trouble. The obvious answer is that a gang has been intercepting our communications. Shipping manifests, payment orders, that kind of thing. A group with an agenda could use that information to set an ambush, and that's just what this gang has been doing. Several cargo trucks full of goods have already been hijacked en route to the Kai's Bazaar. I had a tracking device placed on the last shipment that I sent out, containers full of weapons and medical supplies. Sure enough, it got taken, and I've tracked it to Gisbrunden. If you've never been there, it's a kiosk built out of an old U-Bahn station and some old bunkers. Rumor has it, a gang called the Rabengeister is holed up there. I suspect that the two things are related. So I need you to go to Gisbrunden, find the Rabengeister, and get our goods back. I can offer you 500 new yen for the task, and if you can recover our missing weapons shipments, I'll be able to sell you some better hardware too. 500 new yen is not a lot, but yeah. He frowns. Not much, I'm afraid. From what I've heard, the Rabengeisters are tricky. They have a reputation for stirring up troubles and disappearing without a trace. I would tread carefully in Gesburnen if I were you. How do I get to there? Just takes the U-Bahn. The line still runs, though not many folks stop at Gesbunden anymore. The market there used to be something of a tourist attraction, but I think they've fallen into hard times recently. I'll take care of it. Good, it's about time I had some new inventory come through. And one more thing, Miss Fortune. I'm going to need you to go in light on this one. Take a friend along if you like, but no more than one. If you spook them, they could trash the merchandise. Best go quiet. Best to go soon, too, before the trail goes cold. Okay, who's a good friend to bring on this one? I'm thinking Dietrich? Actually, no, I'm thinking Glory. I'm thinking we take Glory on this one. She's got decent healing ability and good damage. Pay data. Oh yeah, I need to put the pay data on there. Paulie boy. Welcome back, Miss Fortune. How did the meeting with Frau Müller go? Accept the job. Any ideas on how to tackle this? Yes, a few. Frau Müller has provided us with detailed information on the facility. I've vetted the information, and it seems to hold up. Based on this intel, I have formulated what I believe will be an effective strategy to bring down the building. According to Muller's intel, the facility is extraordinarily well guarded. Whatever this bloodline project is, the Azis have spared no expense to defend it. The facility is patrolled by Az Technology's internal security personnel. On their own, they would pose a challenge, but I don't doubt that you could brute force your way through them. Unfortunately, they will not be on their own. Az Technology has purchased one of Knight Errant's more expensive security contracts as an additional line of defense. So kicking in the front door is out. I would say so. I've pulled some strings with an old contact of mine, and he's provided me with the address of a small software developer, OTK International. They write firmware updates for Knight Errant's comm systems, and their defenses should be considerably weaker than Az Technologies. My contact has informed me that OTK stores an off-site hard copy of every firmware update it develops for data security purposes. My suggestion is this. You hit the offices of OTK International and reduce their computers to slag. In the interim, I will have the hard copy of the next update replaced with a compromised version. When OTK's next update goes live, our compromised version will be pushed out to Knight Errant. Then, when you hit the Az Technology facility, I'll be able to track Knight Errant via their comlinks. This should make the run much more manageable. He fishes in his pocket for something. A moment later, he produces a corporate ID with your face on it. This will get you through the front door, the front of the office park that contains OTK International. My contact was only able to provide me with one card, so you'll need to do the rest of it. So you need to let the rest of your team in through a side door. All right, sounds like a plan. Very good. OTK's offices aren't far from here. You should take the U-Bahn there when you are ready. Not ready quite yet. Hey Iger, what do you think of that last mission? I think I haven't already talked about it. Right, so. Post pay data for sale. Post the Humanus pay data. 3 unread messages. Payback is sweet. The screen flickers to life, and Maxim's face appears. He's wearing a broad grin. You can hear the sounds of celebration in the background. Hey there, Muscle! Not sure if Tuck gave me the right address, but figured it was worth a shot. I don't know if you heard, but our favourite Poly Club got hit from all sides by the F-State today. It was glorious. Anyway, just thought you'd want to share in the good news, and thanks for your help back there. I don't think we'd have made it out of there without you. He raises a hand in salute. Take care, Misfortune. The message ends and the image fades. You find yourself back in the inbox. Thanks. Alexander to Misfortune. Hey Misfortune, Under Deershit told me I should message you here, so I figured that I should. He probably told you that I'm living at Sam's, huh? Well, that's where I am. It's different. I'll give it that much. I like that I don't get pressured to hurt people here, so that's good. Nobody smacks me around, even though I can tell that a lot of the orcs and trolls want to. I do get yelled at a lot and called a lot of names, but I guess that's making me feel bad about that kind of. Making me feel bad about that kind of thing is all part of the plan. Life kind of sucks right now, but at least nobody is going to make me kill anyone. Uncle D says it's going to get better. Maybe it will. I don't know. Anyway, what I mostly wanted to say was thanks for not killing me back in the Humanus compound. I had a gun on you, and you totally could have, but you didn't, and I'm really glad about that. Thanks, Alexander. We need to talk. Dr. Zabier Aiskabel, come see me at your earliest convenience. There's a matter that we need to discuss. So take it you only get a story update on the major runs. Right. Triage Cybernetic. Ugh, this place is weird. Welcome back. What can I do for you, my friend? Auto injector. Very nice. The design appears to be simple enough. Yes, I should be able to provide you with this. It won't be cheap, though. Got your message. What did you want to discuss? Business. I have a job for you. I was interested in hearing about new business opportunities. Good. So let's just get down to brass tacks, shall we? Yeah, I really enjoyed that run. Shooting racists is just... glorious. It was one of those runs, because like the run that you do immediately before it is one that you end up killing. You're sent to kill a Shadowrunner, and I felt kind of bad about that one, because while on the one hand that's literally what we were paid to go and do, so we did it. We shot him in the face repeatedly. On the other hand, jeez, it feels really shitty to have to do that. And then we went and shot a bunch of racists, and it was just like, yeah, no, this is how I like a run to go. We gunned through a bunch of racists, we saved the only decent person in the entire building, and we left a lot of corpses behind us, which is the best kind of racists. Back before I emigrated here from my native Spain, yes, I'm definitely Spanish. I worked in partnership with a Berlin-based R&D lab. The biotic that they were developing was very hush-hush, very cutting-edge. Our agreement was that I would bankroll their research, and they, in return, would provide me with unique merchandise. To sell my clinics. Go on. About 2 years ago, things went sour. My name was slandered, and the fickle mistress that is public perception turned against me. An ugly business, I assure you. Even talking about my fall from grace makes my stomach turn. The injustice of it all is almost too much to bear. sure it is. I came here to Berlin to escape all of that. But I also came here to be closer to the lab that I'd funded and the merchandise that I am owed. Yes, and to find out what happened to the lab itself. The facility is locked down, you see, nearly impenetrable, and I have no idea why. As I was packing to move to Berlin, all was well. 16 hours later, I arrived to discover the building locked tight with my merchandise inside. The Turk, Altug, has been running surveillance on the site since I set up shop here. In that time, no one has entered and no one has left. Whatever went wrong in there, it must have killed the research team. I want you to find a way into the building, recover the cyber tech that they were developing, and find out what happened to the researchers. In that order. Alright, let's talk compensation. I can offer you 2,000 new yen, plus first crack at whatever biotech you recover from the site. Ooh, tasty. I will, of course, have to charge you for anything that you want to have installed, but I can provide it to you at a discount. This is top-of-the-line ware that we're talking about, mind you. Better than anything else I've got in stock. And because it's biotech, the essence loss from implanting it will be minimal. It's a good deal. Win-win for you, really. So what's it going to be? Will you take the job or not? Alright, I'm in. Excellent. The facility that you're looking for is in the former laboratory of Dutterlin Bioscience. Take the U-Bahn to Adrenerplatz. I'm sure you'll find it. Best of luck. Right, so how many missions do we currently have? Chemie Europa. AG Chemie Europa. Wait, that's a main one? That's a... Chemie Europa. Right, so Frankfurt Tor, Adrenerplatz, and Gesundeplatz. Yes. Right. Let's find us. I didn't talk to him much, I just shot him in the face. I figured if I talked to him I might regret shooting him in the face. Or feel bad about shooting him in the face. Hey, I haven't seen you in a little while. Hey, Simi. Simi Kim weaves an awkward dance through the scattered refuse. Her too thin legs wobble, but she keeps her footing throughout. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. It's lovely singing, Kim. Do you like the song? It means tomorrow will be a better day. Monica used to say something like that. When I was tired, when I was sad, I only wanted to sleep, she would tell me that. She told me I would forget. The pain would go away. I've lived many lives, but I've been an orphan more times than anything. It was the first story I found when I needed to get away. Did you like it here? Kim turns her head so as not to look you in the eye. Her posture is that of someone who fears the possible repercussions of her answer. It's good. I can get what I need from Zach Flash and Doc Escabel, and they pay me however I can, and let me pay however I can. Monica was always nice, and Paul Amsel, and the Angel is nice to me too, usually. I know Monica's gone now, but I can still stay, right? Of course you can stay, Kim. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I don't know what else I would do. I've ever tried to get you off the Sims. But I need them. Monica understood that. And Zach says they're safe. That's Zach you're talking to. I don't know what I'd do without them. Without them, I dream. I don't want to dream. I don't want to remember. They help me forget. They help me be strong and smart. And I never lose anyone. That makes it a good thing, right? Oh, God. Oh, Kim. I know. Let's talk more another time. Alright. Oh, Kim, you darling. I really hope I can do something for you someday. Alright, how are you doing? Luckiest right raises an eyebrow at your approach. You're burning cigarette dangles. Misfortune? No, she's not Irish. Misfortune? Fancy seeing you again. Oh yeah, I was hoping that you'd want to chat. It's bound to happen sooner or later. Of course you do. She raises her glass in salute. Now, was there something you wanted to talk about? Anything about an organisation called the Lodge? Durer's group, you mean? She tips her glass back and swallows. Sure, I've gone on a few jobs for them. They pay well. The whole ominous secret organisation thing they try to keep going is a little weird. But whatever. Money is money and they've got it. What can you tell me about Durer? Best I can tell, he's just a middle-aged toady, like any other corporate suit that you deal with before a run. Only difference is that his organisation isn't a corp. I think he's a little fresh-faced for what the Lodge has him doing. In the beginning, there were some credibility issues. I had a hard time taking the guy seriously. But when he started waving wads of New Yen around, and that all cleared up in a flash. Afraid that I can't help you dig any deeper. He's an occasional client. She takes a sip of scotch and chases it with a long drag on her cigarette. Even if I knew more about Durr, I wouldn't tell you. Shadowruns who kiss and tell have a funny way of dying young. Been finding much work? Yes, but the Croy's Bazaar isn't the best place to do it. There aren't a ton of jobs out here if you want to have a network. If you don't have a network, you don't have people. Nope, my crew is in Mitte. There's lots of work out there if you can handle it, but life isn't as pleasant there as it is in the Croy's Bazaar. She gestures with her cigarette, the tip glowing red in the gloom. I mostly visit your lovely little kiosks between runs to restock and relax. It's a good place for that, nice and slow-paced. It's... She pauses for a moment to search for a word. Quaint. It's a nice enough place, but I don't know that's the word I use. No, I would. Compared to most of Berlin, the Croy's Bazaar is about as quaint as it gets. Hell, it's verging on bucolic with all of the hand-holding in the rooftop gardens. You found yourself a lovely, picturesque little corner of Berlin, Misfortune. Guess I have to give your old boss some credit for that. Is the bartender here any good? Nope. It's called Der Weinkeller for a reason. The guy behind the bar is more like a Bush League sommelier than he is a proper bartender. Knows a bit about wine, but when it comes to mixing drinks, he's useless. If you want to drink, I'd recommend sticking something simple. Try ordering something with more than 2 ingredients and you're asking for trouble. Are you a wine drinker then? Me? No, never developed a taste for it. She tilts her glass, swirling the amber liquid inside. I'm not a big fan of sweet things. Never have been. Not when I was a kid. Even when I was a kid, I've always preferred smoke. Not like wine. Why hang out in the wine bar? Because it's usually empty in here. I don't like to be bothered. And as hopeless as the bartender is, it's tough to mess up scotch if you order it neat. I got run. See you around. Well, see ya. She seems like she's going to be important at some point in the future, but isn't yet. I do like the Koi's Bazaar. It's a lot of fun. Right. Oh, wait, no. Before I go to the U-Bahn, let's go see if she's fixed that drone yet. Got the drone fixed yet? I do. Just finished that. Finished before you arrived. There's a complication though. Complication? What is it? The drone's got a custom AIOS stack on it. Someone wrote code that sits on the bootloader and configures the drone to only accept commands from a specific user. The thing works like a computer virus. So there's no way I can rip it out unless I got another brain for this model drone. Before you ask me, yes, I looked into that. Problem is, this is a stolen corp drone, a discontinued model of a stolen corp drone. There are no parts for this thing on the market around here, so unless you know who locked this thing up so tightly, you're not going to get any more use out of it than a doorstop. Drek. I'll ask around for its owner. Thanks. I'll talk. You're the person to go to for information. The Dark fashes his wry smile and winks at you knowingly. Ah, gods, what's the Turkish accent I gave him? I am told you are quite busy of late. No, that's not it. I am told you are quite busy of late. O wanderer of the shadows. Street rats tell me that the business is picking up. Is that the woman who's taken over from Monica Bacazzi? Who does it look like, your rotundity? The Pope from the Vatican? Okay, I'm trying to get the guy from... the guy from the beginning of Aladdin. It would not break. It would not break. Who does it look like, your rotundity? The Pope from the Vatican? God, he's got Welsh again. The Pope from the Vatican? Right, a large soy calf. My origin is one gold Schmidt. Are you sure you can afford such a gesture? Fat man frowns. And a scone. I was going to say, and a scone as well. Nothing is too good for her. As you desire, O ample one, the Turk whispers. The man is a moron, but he eats his weight in baklava and pastries, so who am I to care? Now, what is it that you'd like? Just killing time. I'll be going now. You can't give me any information at the moment. Right, give me a second. I'm going to go check on food again. See what that's looking like. Right, I have successfully made Thai green something. Not entirely sure what it is, but it's something. Cammy, she looks up from your comm, idly blowing a gum bubble and quickly popping it. What does she sound like? I mean, she kind of looks a bit chavvy, and she's got bubble gum. I'm going to put her down as a little bit chavvy, but like, don't take that as a bad thing. It's just she's got a bit of a chavvy accent. Hello again. I hear that you've been busy. Gossip travels fast, doesn't it? It's not gossip. It's not gossip. It's work. Survival, really. What makes you need to survive working like this? Well, you know, Altuk always says, if you do not spy, you will not know his boss. How will you know his boss? She waves her hand as if to excuse her poor memory. Or something like that. I'm just a kid. What do I know? Tammy puffs up indignantly, and you realise how young she must really be. She couldn't be out of her teens yet. And what does that mean? We're really gathering intel. You need some street smarts. You're still wet behind the ears. There's probably some stories that are hard to hear at your age. Chill, I only meant they've been hard life for a kid. She goes quiet for a moment, briefly looking down at her shoes before looking you straight in the eye. Yeah, it can be, but it's better than some other lives. Alta gave me a good job, and I'm super grateful for it. Which reminds me, I should get back to it. See you later? She lazily tips an invisible hat to you before returning to her calm at the wrist. I like her. Tammy's fun. Right, let's go beat up some thieves, some thieving gangers, some gangering thieves. And after this run, I think we're going to have to call it a night, because it is getting a little late. And I have Thai green something. A gate for the extract the Mark 6 prototype. Victor's team. Find Isabel's lab. Locate Granary's missing shipments. That's the one. We're going to take Glory. And we're going to go in with Cyberware. If we're going quiet, it's probably best to go in with Hard Times. It's a short train ride to Gesundbrunnen. You exit the subway car, stepping into the cold, grungy platform. The place is deserted, though. There are signs of life are everywhere. A gaping hole in the ceiling filters cool, lazy light in from above. To your right, a small plot of crops struggles to endure in the cold and the limited light of the station. Trash and junk litters the platform. It's clear this place hasn't had anything resembling a janitorial staff in quite some time. Somewhere in this old, run-down U-Bahn station lies the entrance to the Gesundheitskies, and hopefully some leads on the whereabouts of the Rabengeister and Rugruni's missing shipment. Right, switching that out for my thing. Unspent karma. 7 unspent karma, specifically. Right, Ivar, now that you're here, what should I spend my karma on? Excuse me. So I'm building a Decker Rigger. But I just want to be generally competent. More drone. And I've not actually lost a drone yet. But my drones do keep missing. So maybe intelligence? Yeah, I've got decent charisma because it's always useful to have charisma because it makes you more money sometimes. Yeah, let's go for boosting my intelligence, because I've got enough to take it up to the next level. Cool. Locate the missing shipments. The old fluorescent glow lights are barely keeping the plants alive. Almost no light from the surface makes it this far underground. The stairwell down looks to have completely collapsed. Oh, hello. That's far enough, friend. An older man raises his hand, squinting as you approach. To his left, a young orc shifts his weight, resting one casually on a pistol at his hip. Both are dressed in what might be considered uniforms, but it's hard to tell for sure. If you don't get many visitors down here these days, and you'll forgive me for saying, but, well, you don't really look like the types that usually comes through here. She looks fed, for one thing. The other man snorts. Indeed, so what brings you to Gesundbrunnen, stranger? Visiting from the Rhine-Ruhr megaplex, my friend Hans told me the market is here second to none, so I had to come see more for myself. Yeah, see, this is the other bonus for having good charisma. The old man smiles sadly. Well, maybe a few years ago that was true. These days, well, it's hard times all around, I suppose. But you're welcome to go in, of course. Customers are always welcome. Oh, and talk to Quarren if you want to hear some good stories about the market back in its prime. He always happy to share a tale or two. The older man steps aside. Thanks. I love the sets so much. I always look to be handmade out of trustworthy sheet metal. Nothing of value catches your eye within. Like, the amount of effort and love that's gone into these. Corin, tell me your tales. The man before you is of average build and in nondescript dress. He's leaning against the old wooden cabinet, reading a book. Reading a book? As you approach, he looks up and casts a warm smile in your direction. Guten Tag! The name's Quarren, friend. Can't say I've seen you around these parts before. Just passing through, or... What can you tell me about this place? Gesundbrunnen? Well, it's my home, for one. And we've had a small bar set up over there. But of course, you'll want to know about the market. His eyes light up. It used to be something to behold, my friend. And it was the grandest market in the city. You could find nearly anything in these stalls for the right price. It's a real shame, but little by little, things slowed down. Folks stopped taking the subway line so much. But I guess that's the way of the flux. For information. Certainly, they've been spinning quite a tale in these parts of late. Hard to know anything for sure, though. One rumor says they hijack freight out of Frankfurter Tor. Then the next day you hear a sighting down in Alexanderplatz. Hell, just yesterday I heard someone claim they saw a member of Rabengeister speed by in the U-Bahn tunnel, clinging to the side of a train car. Ha! He leans closer. Between you and me, there's probably a gang called Surf Turf. Strange ones, those. I heard they implant suction cups to their hands and feet. I guess they really like hitching rides on the U-Bahn trains? He shakes his head with amusement. That's the flux state for you, though. Full of the strange and unexpected. Is he in a shipment of weapons passed through here recently? His face falls. Wish that I had, friend. It's too bad. This place used to be soaring with commerce. But now, hardly anything passes through here, I'm afraid. Folks around here are lucky enough to have a full meal at the end of the day. Tough times, I suppose. Indeed they are. You need anything else, friend? I'll be going now. Felt like something died in there. Moldy psychics. Ah, oh, this place is so gorgeous. Right, I think I might... stop it here, because there's a lot to see here. And it's going to take a while to get through it all. Ladder. Surface access has been welded shut, probably in an attempt to keep security tight. But yes, so I think we'll end it here for the day, and we'll explore... what was this place called again? Bundes something. We'll explore this place on Tuesday, when I'm next streaming. Thanks very much for coming around, guys. It's been good to see you all. Hope to catch you around again. And thanks for hanging around and watching me play games that I enjoy playing. I am going to go and have some dinner now, I think. Have whatever dinner has slowly turned into, because I left it on the hob for about 2 hours by accident. Anyway. Save and quit. Aye, I'll catch you guys around. Aye. I was going to do the salute thing that I do, but you can't see me, so there's not much point. So I'm just going to say bye.